Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm bringing out the watch stick, we got the chopsticks. I'm trying to bag one, trying to finesse this main lane, she a bad one. Bring me all your bling bling, I'll be a glad one. Down the heat that make him see ya, he a sad one. And every time we told the A, we got 60 plus more. I came from 16, 11, and he ain't gonna score.
So, what are you doing here? Yeah, what are you doing in my living room? I can't hear you. You're trying to survive in my living room. How harder do you think that makes it for me to survive while you're surviving in my living room? How harder must it be for me?
Tremendously difficult.
It is, and you're admitting it, right?
Oh, mind you,
So how does it make you feel bad? Like, how does it bother you?
how does it make me feel bad?
Yeah, you said you don't feel right about it, right? Or do you? Does it make you happy? I don't know. What do you feel?
So I'm a big fan of.
Yo, you can do that somewhere else. I'm not trying to smell that. For real.
Smell what?
I'm a
That
big
cigarette
fan of Buzz Aldrin saying, "I wish I could take a senator by the scruff of his neck."
Wait, who?
Buzz Aldrin, second man on the moon,
Second man on the moon. Okay.
saying he wish he could take a senator by the scruff of his neck. He would say, "Look at that, you son of a bitch, that's us." Meaning, like, if we looked at the world at large as a village, rather than as something with borders.
So you don't believe in borders?
Not when you take the Buzz Aldrin view, meaning a world view.
I have no idea who that is.
So Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin were the first two guys on the moon.
All right. First of all, I don't believe anybody ever landed on the moon, but that's
We can go to arms at that.
Let me say this too. Buzz Aldrin was also the first astronaut to prove the flat Earth. Let me just say that. Look at what his cemetery's headstone says.
Regardless of all that, and mind you, not regardless, but that point is to be taken for granted later.
All right. So
All right, wait. Let me make my point.
okay, what's your point?
So without borders,
And then I'll make my point.
I'm not trying to be contentious at all.
No, I'm not either. I'm just passionate. So don't mistake it. I'm passionate. I can get angry, but I will not get angry.
I do.
So
I don't want to make a point, but you are holding up the white man's pride.
So look it.
But
Let me say something to
you
you.
didn't let me.
Okay, because there is no borders, and you believe there is no borders, that's what you did to us. We had borders. This was our home.
Right.
You guys were never invited here. You invited yourselves. Not only did you invite yourselves, you stole everything from us. You raped, robbed, and murdered us to call this home. Over 100 million indigenous.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right?
I concur.
So do you believe in justice?
Yes.
What does justice look like then? What?
I believe justice looks like taking a senator by the. So, hear me out for 1 second.
Okay.
A Buzz Aldrin, an astronaut view, is look at the world at large as a village, as something that is without border, without you and I as a different personage, without.
Well, how is that working out for us? How is that
Shittily.
How is that
Absolutely shittily.
How is that working out for the Native Americans who are shoved off in some desolate little
Fucking
corner on
horribly.
reservation?
Fucking horribly. So if I acknowledge that point, realize my point. If we, like Buzz Aldrin, the second man on the moon, who saw the world as it is, meaning this world without borders, realize that you and I, without pigmentation, without history, was one. You got it. That's it.
So what's the point of strangling the Senate? Because that's only one man down, and there's millions
Not
of you
like
left.
strangling by the scruff of the neck, meaning taking up like a pup.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, see, but look,
No, I'm not trying to be contentious,
It's not
mind
gonna,
you. I'm
no,
not
I'm not
trying to be
either.
argumentative.
It's not going to benefit us
I know it
if
won't.
only we pick up one white man by the scruff of his neck, right?
Regardless of the race.
How does that fix it
The
for us?
point of the senator by the scruff of the neck is to realize that beyond race, beyond any failing of humankind, that we're in this together. That's it.
Why doesn't it feel like we're in this together?
Why does
It doesn't feel like that to us.
And in no way does it.
So
The point of a senator by the scruff of the neck is a
it's funny.
is a
You're the complete opposite.
I don't know why you're focusing on this stuff of the neck.
But it's a point.
But I'm saying,
It's an analogy.
What does actual justice look like for the indigenous? What can we do to get our land
Fuck all
back?
nothing.
What can we do to be treated equally?
The hope is the realization that the senator, be it regardless of race, regardless of creed, color, whatever, the senator, meaning the politician, those who have law at their back, if taken by the scruff of their neck, meaning by their here we are. If they see the world at large for what it is, meaning that outside of the horrors that have happened to everyone, and I'm not disacknowledging the horrors that have happened, but everyone, to everyone, mind you, to everyone, the world is a burning heap of horrors. And
So can you compare the horrors that have happened to your people to our people? When were you guys put into
in no way,
slavery?
in no way,
Right? Because we've been in slavery for
In no way.
about 500 years here.
in no way.
So we've been hoping for the last 500 years, but hope is not good enough. We need action. We need justice. Well, what does that look like?
The action, what it looks like, is the realization that we're in this together.
All right, sure.
Well,
Right
it's
now,
not like
here
it
and now,
sounds- it sounds
here
good.
and now, here and now, without tribe, without border, without boundary, without religion, without the belief that my God has blonde hair and my God has black hair, that I am right and you are wrong. Otherwise, we are fucked, royally fucked.
We are already fucked.
Absolutely,
Right?
I
So
concur. Handshake on that.
We're in your kingdom right now.
No, not mine, not mine. The scruff of the neck idea is
If it's
we are
not your
on this
kingdom, don't you benefit? Don't you benefit from walking on this land?
tremendously so. My white skin, absolutely.
Exactly. So see, okay, you're being honest now. This is a true thing.
So what do you want
doesn't
to?
work out like that for us though, in our own home.
But in the sense of time,
You do believe in justice, you said.
in
You believe
justice,
in God?
I believe in the good news.
The good news. What
Gospel.
The gospel. Okay, so you do believe in God. Because that's part of the
I believe in my relationship
right?
with what is happening. Yes.
Okay, give me a word of it.
Well, this is just a separation of the nation.
Okay, bring that out, right?
All right.
Because even God,
Mind you, you gotta also hear me.
oh, I'm listening to you. Even God wanted us to have borders, right?
Mind you.
God believes in borders. He believes in separating people, right? Read this.
Why does God believe in
We're
separation?
gonna show you why. Because it's fair. Everybody gets their share fair. You get your land, I get mine, and everybody's okay. Why not? That's being fair,
If
right?
it's Earth, if it's our world and we need to treat it accordingly, why? I'm right here. You can speak to me as well.
One person is talking. One person.
All right.
You know, but he's speaking into his.
All right, there's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, starting at verse 7. Remember the days of Salakia. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee. Verse 8. When the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam,
Right? So we all come
Hey,
from
no
heaven,
walk-
right?
no-
And he
no walking
separated
from
all
that.
of us,
Appreciate it.
and he placed order. He gave everybody their own inheritance, a share fair. That's justice.
he set bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Verse 9. For the Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Right.
All right, so that's just saying that he has a special group of people. But as you can see, that God is a separatist. Not only is he a separatist, but why? Because he can do what he wants to do.
Right,
He's God.
that's right.
He's God. I can't tell God what to do.
I understand. Why separate?
This is how he chose it. I don't get the right to do it, right? He wrote the rules. The same way he chose it. Hold on. The same way he chose for everything to be separated. You guys chose. You guys? Yes. You white people chose
but wait,
to break,
come on, man.
to break through our
It's
borders
grace.
and come into our inheritance, right? So,
Why look at each other asunder?
if God gave you something,
My name is Devin.
Devin. God said, Devin, I'm giving you 100 acres just for you. Everybody's getting their fair share. I'm going to give you your own 100 acres. And I have my own 100 acres. What gives me the right to come into your land and take it from you when I already have my own? So everybody's getting their fair share. That's just, that's fair.
I don't think there's ownership of land. But
You don't think there's ownership of land? Then why do you own our land?
I don't think I do.
You're standing on it right now, and there's nothing I can do about it. You're in ownership of this land. If I chain you up and try to get you out of here, you know what's going to happen to me? A whole legion of white cops is going to descend on you, throwing you into a cage.
Right.
White Irish cops
From the 19...
any white person.
I get my meaning, like Irish cops, the stereotype.
I'm going to go ahead and read you what God is, God's justice, not ours, because nothing we're doing has worked. We've been stuck here for the last 500 years. We've been marching, we've been protesting. We even held hands with you guys when you guys were stranded over here. The Native Americans showed you grace. Like you said, why can't you give me some grace and some mercy? You guys were literally dying of starvation, and we taught you how to grow crops.
Believe me,
We
I
invited you to
agree.
eat.
I agree.
What did you guys do to us?
Horrible
Tricked us.
fucking atrocities.
Thanksgiving just passed, right?
Horrible fucking atrocities.
You know, you guys all
for the fucking atrocities.
You guys
of
took my
white
Native
people.
American brothers and defeated them together and slaughtered us and took away everything from us.
And syphilis.
So,
and,
yeah, smallpox with the blankets, right?
I'm all for it.
So it doesn't matter if we decide to come be together, like you say, see this is one whole village, because we tried that. There's actually over a
We tried it?
Yes, we tried it.
Oh, tried, not
Shook
tried.
hands and we were even wanting to share, we were even okay at one point with sharing some of the land. And we have what we call treaties. Did you know there's over 500, every single treaty the Native American has made with the white man has been broken.
I hope you know, I'm not only well versed, I agree with you. My saying, a senator by the scruff of the neck, is the mentality that if we keep with this differentiation between like, fuck you, then nothing's going to happen.
No, you said you rent, right? You got your own apartment house. What is it? It don't matter.
And so I work as a photographer with the Giants, and my roommate has rent control. He's about 70 degrees. And the only reason I can live here is because of that.
Okay, so you do live in an apartment, as you said, right? You live here in San Francisco?
Barely, yeah.
Okay, so
I mean, I'm worried about renting constantly.
What
I,
if-
I do this because I try and create an oasis.
what if I break in? What if I break in to your spot? Are you gonna let me just chill on your couch?
I try
Can
and
I
have
bust the
some-
door down and say, get the hell off your couch? It's my couch now.
No.
You're gonna live in the closet.
If you were aware enough to say that to me, I'd say fuck off.
You would say, fuck off.
But if
I'm
you
trying
were,
to say
if you were
fuck off
out-
to you.
if you were out of your
Guess what?
mind-
God says fuck off to you too.
That's right.
We're gonna read it to you right here, right? Check this out. Hey, you
I'm
got a little.
talking-
Read this out, bro.
mighty,
Revelation 13. Read it out.
All right.
Read out loud. Bring it up.
Mind you guys.
This is God's justice.
I get,
Hold on,
I get,
Devin.
I get what you mean.
Devin, it's time for you to hear what real justice is.
I get what you
okay?
mean in terms
Read.
of land allotment, but me renting, having rent control and barely getting by, and laying down here.
Hold on, let's just read this real quick. So this is Revelation 13:9. If any
Bring it out
man,
loud, bro.
if any man have an ear,
Devin has ears.
let him hear.
Big ones.
He that leadeth into captivity
Right.
shall go into
Hold on a
captivity.
sec, right? Did you not lead the so-called African American, Native American, Hispanic into captivity?
Did I? No.
Your ancestors? They did, right?
My Irish brethren?
Your
Yeah.
white man. Read.
He that killeth with the sword must be killed with
Did
the
you not
sword.
kill us with the sword? When you know when the Spaniard came over here, the British came over here, you were slaughtering us with the sword by the millions. All right, read.
Here is the patience and faith of the saints.
And that's what we're patiently waiting for, right? We're waiting for the same thing to happen to us to happen back to you, because nothing else works. We
Right.
tried everything, like I said,
Right.
marching with you, making treaties with you, holding hands with you. It doesn't matter what we do, it just doesn't work. So the only justice that's going to work is God's justice. You have to literally be slaughtered. And you said, hold on, I didn't do this, right? You didn't lead us into captivity. It wasn't you holding the sword in your hand. It wasn't you, right? Right? But you have inherited everything. You are in possession of stolen property. So guess what? You got left in the past. Read this.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21.
Bring it out.
People, Salakia, prepare slaughter
Prepare slaughter. Mass genocide. Read.
for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers.
For the iniquity of your forefathers, you are left with the bill now. We can't do anything with your forefathers. They're dead and gone, but you are in possession of everything now. So you got to pay the bill.
So,
How does that make you feel? That's true justice.
the frustration is seeing you as someone that I can see is love and help. Why see it?
How do you see us as brothers?
Because we're in this together.
How are we in this
For 1
together?
second, I'm talking with him. If you're gonna just speak into his ear and not talk to me, for 1 second,
I'm not on
please.
your land. You're on mine.
I'm not on anyone's land. I was birthed here, like you.
Because your forefathers gave
Yes,
you for
absolutely.
inherited, right?
Absolutely.
So how does that make
We're
it
all
fair?
fucked.
All right, so,
Again, the
okay, hold
scruff
on.
of the neck.
If
Look
my
at it
brother-
as a
if
world
my brother,
view.
If my brother robs you, takes your guitar, and he gives it to me, well,
If
I
would
didn't
be
do it.
bemoaned. I would be bemoaned.
I didn't do it though, Devin, but it's my guitar now.
Why?
That's what you're literally telling me. Let's just say he passes away. I get to
Absolutely.
keep your guitar.
Absolutely.
How do you feel about that? Should
I would
return it to
hope.
you, or should
I would
keep
hope.
it?
I would hope that you're not a cunt. I would hope that you're not a piece of shit.
Like you.
Love of God. Realize
That is the love of God. The love of God is that
Just
he hates
ease up
you.
for 1 second. What is your name? Alrighty, Daddy. So, me trying to have a conversation with you is without me trying to have a simple conversation. Meaning that me saying if I see the world and try and treat this place as a village, our little rust of San Francisco as a village, and you seeing me as something to fight against.
I would say
Rather-
we're being pretty civil right now. We're not.
Absolutely.
We're not threatening to do anything to you.
I
We're not even
I know,
assaulting
but I
you.
mean, no.
Can you understand why my brothers are angry? My brothers are indigenous. We're Native Americans. We're angry.
We're victims.
Do we not have a right to be upset?
Absolutely.
The same way you would be upset if I took your guitar, right? So how come it only works your way and not?
It doesn't. Why, dude? It doesn't work for me. I hope my ignorance and attempt to make downtown somewhat.
Can I read something else? I'm gonna try to calm down because it looks like we're both getting a little passionate. I'm not trying to be contentious either. We're just out here trying to figure this out. We're trying to find one white person who believes in justice. But we haven't found them.
What kind of justice would be apropos?
We just read it to you. And you literally have to pay the bill. Look. And you just asked me, we're gonna read it to you too, right? So bring this out.
So why? So
Look at Numbers chapter 35 and 34. Defile. It's like 33. So ye shall not pollute the land therein, where ye are, for blood defileth the
Right,
land.
it says whatever land that you inhabit, you're not supposed to pollute it. You're not supposed to defile it. This land is defiled with blood. We're 100 million indigenous. We're still dying every day, being gunned down, being profiled, right? So this land is saturated with the blood of the Native American, my brothers right here, the African Americans, and my Latino brothers. The land is full of blood. You're literally standing on a big old gravesite, right? How do we cleanse the land? Read.
For blood defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
This is justice. This is how we have to cleanse this land. your blood has to be spilled. And I'm not saying I'm going to do it, but whenever God decides for you that it's time to pay the bill, He's going to require your blood.
Right.
This is how it's going to be cleansed. The same thing that happened to us has to happen to you and all of your brethren.
Right.
We didn't like it when you slaughtered us. We don't like it when you.
I know ancestry, and I know you.
I didn't say you, Devin, right? But God doesn't care. You got to
Mind
pay
you,
the
I don't
bill.
think you're reading God's word right.
That's God's word. Who
No,
else?
I mean that was written by who?
Who else is it? By the prophets.
By
God's
who?
people.
By
Our
Mark.
God's people.
By who? By who?
So
Forefathers who were.
look, you know why you don't like what this says?
Yes, absolutely, because it was mistranslated.
Because you have to take responsibility for what your ancestors did.
No,
right? We
I have to take responsibility
how is
for
it fair?
everyone's mistranslation of anyone who thought that they had Christ Jesus. And misconstrued it. The gospel is what? The good news is what? To you, what is the gospel?
You want us to get the gospel? You're not going to like that either. This book literally.
Not your interpretation.
No. It's verbatim. It's not no dark saying. This book literally.
The gospel is the interpretation of who?
Listen. This book literally condemns you. This is why you don't like hearing it, Devin.
No, I
It
love to
sucks,
hear it because I
right?
don't like it.
The same way it sucks for us that we
I like to
can't-
hear it
we
because I
can't-
can confront
We
it.
can't have our home
Because I see you as me.
Right?
I see you as God.
You're acting. I am a God. The Bible says we
Right.
are God, right?
We agree.
Because it's our God. It's not your God. It's our
Right.
God. Bring that out. This is why you're upset because